So this video is for GCSE Business Studies and is based on the finance unit, and it's going to be looking at total revenue and profitability. So within the video we're going to look at the context of one company, and that one company is Tesco. So when we're looking at Tesco's quite a complicated company to look at because they sell such a range of products, as you can see in front of you. So it'd be very, very difficult to be able to calculate the revenue of every single product and then work out how much that contributes towards their total revenue. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to pick one specific product which is sold by Tesco. So if we consider Tesco's financial information, especially in 2021, we can see that in the UK and the Republic of Ireland, they were generating over £53 billion in total revenue. So 53,170 million just in the UK and Republic of Ireland, not considering their other global locations. So what we mean by total revenue, that is the income from selling all their goods and services. So if we think about, for example, their frozen foods, their drink beverages, their technical products, everything that Tesco sells will contribute towards that total revenue. Now, as I've already mentioned, it's very, very difficult to look at it from every single product in this video. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick one product. And when we're looking at that one product, what we need to consider is the selling price times by the output. So if we consider, and that is the formula for revenue. So if we consider bananas, and the reason why I've picked bananas because in a Channel 5 documentary only in June, it said that actually bananas are one of their biggest selling products each week. So they claim that on average, they sell over 1 billion individual bananas. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the price, which on average is 13p for a loose banana. And what we're going to do is we're going to work out the total revenue for that week. So on average for a week, we're going to get our 13p and we're going to times it by the 1 billion as the formula demonstrated earlier. So what we've got is 1 billion times by 13p, and that gives us 130 million pounds of revenue per week. Now we're going to do it on an annual basis. So how many weeks in a year? We've got 52 weeks in a year. So what we're going to get is our 130 million times by 52, and what we'll get is 6.76 billion pounds. And obviously that's not going to be entirely accurate because they sell different types of bananas. They will sell different amounts each week. It's just an average, it's over 1 billion. So we've just based it on that. Now, if we're going to look at, again, their financial information on revenue, we can see that 6.76 billion is only really 0.013% of that overall revenue. So it's very, very small. Now, what we're also going to look at is we're also going to look at the operating profit, because one of the mistakes that students often make is mixing up revenue and profit, believing that they're the same thing, which is not the case. Because as we can see here in 2021, we've already said that Tesco generated 53,170 million, but their operating profit was 1,866 million. So there's a significant difference between the two. So if revenue is the income from selling all their goods and services, we need to consider, well, what is profit then? And if we subtracted the two of them, so if we did 53,170 million minus 1,886 million, then what we would get is 51,284 million. Now, what we need to think about is, well, where's this money gone to? Right, it must be somewhere, and that is the total costs, because that's what profit considers. Profit takes into account not just the revenue, but also what Tesco has spent in terms of generating that revenue. So it's the difference between your total revenue and your total costs. So if we then got 53,170 million minus 51,284 million, then what we'd get is 1,886 million, that being our net profit.